Hi, Poppy Yeager here. My memoir, Stolen, Love and Loss in the Time of COVID, was published about 6 months ago. It is obviously about COVID, but more specifically, it's about my dad who got sick and died during the pandemic. One of my favorite chapters in this book is where I lay out a timeline. I write out the events of what my parents were doing on specific days, and I compare that to what Trump was doing and what the administration was doing, what they were saying, to show that my dad may very well not have gotten sick if Trump had not lied, if he had actually made an attempt to protect the American people. As we move into the 6-year anniversary of the pandemic, I'm going to read the dates on the timeline. I'm going to read them on the days they occurred. So today is the 26th. I'm going to read from February 26, 2020. The purpose of this is twofold. One, to give you a little introduction to my memoir. And two, to remind you, as you pay attention to the things in the news now, that Donald Trump lies. Nothing that man says is true. And now we know he's lying, but there's might not be as much evidence. Here, now, we can look back and we know he was lying. So again, this is a reminder that your president is lying to you, as he did 6 years ago as we were moving into a deadly pandemic. February 26th, 2020. There are 59 cases in America. 59 cases of COVID. On that day, my parents fly down to Chile. Looking back, and keep in mind, Trump had far more intel than I did. He was well aware of how bad the virus was and how quickly it could spread. Or he should have been. I honestly believe Trump should have shut the borders and prevented anyone from traveling well before my parents left. At the very least, he should have issued a severe travel warning. He could have kept them and others safe. But his comments 2 days earlier indicates that he didn't care about my parents. He didn't care about the health and safety of any Americans. He focused on making money. He didn't want the economy to crash. Shutting the borders might have done just that. On the day my parents left, Trump knew the cases were rising, but instead of using the information to prevent further spread, he said, 15 cases within a couple of days is going to be down close to zero. Again, he lied. We are so far from zero. Again, Stolen, Love and Loss in the Time of COVID.